Hello, and thanks for joining me for another review. Today we have the NuVision Encite Split 11. I've had this for a couple days, and I was going to give it a complete week of using it, trying it out, sort of making it my main computer, but I couldn't last that long. Stuff like this, it just really gets on my nerves whenever they take the time to make a product and they put a lot of good stuff in it, but the stuff that would make you want to buy it, they leave out. This is a Windows 10 tablet, home edition, and it has 4 gigabytes of RAM. It has a 1080p screen, 11.6 inch. It comes with a keyboard, which I'll show you in just a moment. But whenever they make stuff like this, like I said, they have a premium build, but then they do things that make it more or less useless to a person, whether you're wanting to use it at school or you're wanting to take it on a trip or something like that, which I'll become more clear later. But let's go ahead and dive into it, and I'll show you around. But this has a 10-point touch screen on it, and that's very nice. Like I said, the screen is really nice. It's a 1080p screen and plays videos very well. It's got a onboard 2 gigabyte graphics card that's built into it. So it uses half of the RAM, which is 4 gigabytes. So it uses half of that for your graphics card. Everything is real responsive. I mean, you can touch on anything and it activates immediately. On the side, you have this is the power adapter. This is the USB-C. See if I can get that to come in. Okay, and right below it is a Microsd card slot, and it'll accept to 128 gigabytes. I put a 256 in it and it works, so I know for a fact that it will go higher, probably higher than that since it is a Windows tablet. On the other side, you have a headphone plug. On the bottom, you have the pogo plug adapter that attaches to the keyboard. At the top, you have your camera at the very top, and it's not very good. You know, it's very cloudy looking. At the top also, you'll notice these 2 little spots. I don't know if you can see that from the camera, but there's your microphones. You have 2 on the front, and if you go to the top here, you have your volume rocker up and down, and you also have your power button. Flip it over to the back, you have the insignia of NuVision and your FCC ID and stuff like that. At the top, you have another 2 megapixel camera. They say this will do 1080p, but the video that I've taken with it is just horrible. I mean, it's barely passable. It may be all right if you're doing something like Skype or something like that, and that's not important, then, you know, you're all set. But, you know, if you want to do any kind of quality photography or videos, I wouldn't use this, and more than likely you're going to be using your phone anyway. Like I said, the screen's really nice, and that's what's frustrating. They put 4 gigabytes of RAM, which is very good, and at the minimum they should put 64 gigabytes of storage, but they don't. They put 32, and by the time you get finished loading some of your programs and, you know, what's left over from Windows, what it's taken up, you're around 10 gigabytes. And when it falls below 5, which I have, it'll start prompting you to delete something, and that's just annoying. Let's go ahead and open this up. And like I said, it's very responsive. And also too, on one side you have a speaker, and on the other side you have another speaker, and these speakers are horrible. At volume 100, you can barely hear anything. This is definitely, if you were to get this tablet, you would definitely want to get a pair of Bluetooth headphones or something with a little bit of quality to it, so you can plug it in and, you know, have a good experience. But if you try to watch a movie or anything like that, even in a quiet area, you still struggle to hear it. It's very tinny. There's no bass to it whatsoever, and I was very, very disappointed with the speakers on this. I mean, I've bought tablets that cost $30 and had better speakers and way louder. This right here is on loan from a friend, and he allowed me to do an unboxing and give it a review. And to be honest with you, whenever I give it back to him, I'm going to tell him just to save a little bit more money, take this one back and get something better, because this is just ridiculous. The stuff that you really need is what they skimped on, and the stuff that you could have, you know, done without, that's what they decided to pour the money into for, you know, on the development part of it. We'll open this up, and you'll notice that it has your regular applications and stuff like that that come with Windows 10 Home. I've deleted a lot of it so I could reclaim some of the memory. If you click over here and then you hold down the start button, it'll open up the settings menu, so we can click on that. And this is currently running Windows 10 1803 edition, so it's up to date. And once it does that, if you decide you're going to purchase this, be sure to go into your C drive and delete the Windows old if you know for sure you're not going to, you know, do a restore back to previous if it's running bad, because I've had it on 1803 for a couple of days and it's running pretty good as far as that goes. Everything, like I said, is touch sensitive, and if you just hold down on it, it'll bring up your adjustments and stuff like that. And I installed Chrome, so let's open up Chrome. The internet and stuff like that is not the fastest I've seen on a tablet, and it does something I'll show you right here in a moment that's sort of irritating. I'm not sure exactly why they chose to do it like that, but like I said, this is on, this has 802.11 AC, and it's on the 5 gigahertz band, and it still takes, you know, way too long to open up. And I am a bit, you know, pampered when it comes to the computer I use, because I built it myself and I put a lot of stuff in it that's going to really give it more speed than a regular computer would have off the market. But you know, I still expect this to be as fast as other cheap tablets. But okay, say at the top that if I wanted to search for something, or I wanted to put in a different URL, so if I click on that, this comes up, and it'll allow you to paste, copy, or just pick something that you've already been to. But if you want to enter something new, instead of being like a regular tablet where the keyboard pops up and says, okay, let's go ahead and put in what you want, where you want to go, this one doesn't do it. It doesn't matter what you tap on box wise, nothing, the screen keyboard does not pop up. Not sure exactly why it does that. I've looked, I've went into forums and stuff, but this tablet is so new that no one else has ran into this problem, so they haven't figured out why, and I can't find it in any of the instructions. I'm not sure what's going on. The only way to get it to come up is down at the bottom in the keyboard, in the task band across the bottom, is you have to actually press on that to have the keyboard pop up. And once you're done with it, it doesn't go away. You have to press on that, the X to, you know, to close it. So if I want to go to another website, I have to press on that. Then I have to put in where I want to go. Hit return. Okay, it disappeared that time. I'm not sure exactly why. But if I want to go somewhere else, nothing comes up. You have to hit on that, and the keyboard finally does come up. It does have a microphone, so you can dictate. If you wanted to go like www.yahoo.com or something like that, you can do that. So I'll go ahead and close that out. Everything seems to work pretty good. The graphics card, like I said, is only 2 gigabytes, and it should run a lot better than it does. Things are slow to come up. I like playing this game called Slithered Io. It's a free game. You can go to it, and it's more or less just a snake going around, you know, eating up stuff, but it glitches so much that you can't even play it worth, you know. And I've tried it with a mouse, and it's not any better. So that's more or less out. Let's see what else I can tell you about this. Let me go ahead and show you the keyboard that comes with it. Now the keyboard that comes with it is very nice. So we'll put this down, put this over here. Here's the keyboard. It has a hinged back that doubles as a prop. So once you put it on here on the magnetic base and the pogo pins, then the back, it's very stiff, and you can push it all the way down, and then you take your tablet and it'll automatically click. If you ever to try to remove the tablet out of this, it'll pop up and ask you if you want to put it in tablet mode. I've disabled that because I don't like tablet mode. It's too much like Windows 8, and I was never fond of that operating system. But it's got a very nice tight magnet, and you don't have to worry about it falling out accidentally. The keyboard is very stiff. It almost feels like there's a piece of metal in it that goes the entire length of it. The keys have really nice travel. The touchpad it does click, and it is split down the middle, so you have your your right and left mouse button, which is pretty handy. Like I said, it's a nice looking tablet, and it's comes with a keyboard, which if you bought the Surface Go, you would have to purchase that separately at $99. This comes with it, and but they cheaped out on things that are it's just ridiculous. I mean, to give you 32 gigabytes is just, nowadays, that's just ridiculous, because if you wanted to add anything to it, sure, you can put your own card in it and stuff like that, but if you didn't want to spend any more than $249 plus tax, why would they make you go out and do something like that when they could have easily just given you 64 gigabytes, which would have been plenty, and for you to be able to do future updates and stuff like that. The screen's real bright, and the movies play real well on Netflix and stuff like that. But as far as the tablet, it's just a, it could have been a 10, but it's a 4 because of the drawbacks and stuff like that. Now here is my #1 drawback for this. The tablet is not very thick. I don't know if you can tell that or not, but it's not very thick. And the keyboard is nice. Now the tablet is heavy. You would not want to hold this more than just a couple minutes at a time. Now you take that and you put it with this keyboard. I had laptops 5 years ago that was lighter than this tablet. This tablet is so heavy that people that love tech, when they hold it, they say, this is ridiculous. I mean, literally, when you hold this tablet, it's like holding a piece of lead. I mean, it is just ridiculously heavy. I swear they've filled the inside with, it's not the battery, because the battery only lasts about 6 hours, and it can't be the motherboard and stuff like that, because it's it's a tablet motherboard, but it's a Celeron, and but this is so heavy. I just don't understand it. I keep looking like it has magnets on it or something that's drawing it towards the earth. It's just ridiculous. I mean, that's ridiculous to have a tablet that heavy. This is if you're looking for a tablet, this is a no buy. Save your money. go get the Microsoft Surface Go, and because it's got better specs, it has a better screen. But I can't recommend this tablet. Like I said, I'm gonna tell my friend whenever I take it back, and I know for sure he'll run back and get his money back out of it, because it's just not worth it. Anyway, that's my review of the NuVision Encite Split 11 running Windows 10 Home. If you want it, if you don't mind, lugging around a lead brick, then, by all means, go out and get it. I mean, it's cheap enough, $249, but like I said, you're not going to have any memory left over once it does all the updates and stuff like that, and you put a few programs that's on there. You're definitely going to have to go out and buy another card for it, memory card. Anyway, that's my review. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, thumbs up, and share my videos, and I'll be back as soon as I have something worthy of showing you. Thank you.